and welcome. This video is brought to you by the StreamingAdvisor.com. Tailor your entertainment with streaming. And what we're talking about in this video is a very nice revamp for the Crackle app. If you're not familiar with it, Crackle has actually been in the OTT world for a really, really long time. It was one of the very early entries onto Roku when there were lots of things not available. In fact, it was on Roku before YouTube was on Roku. When these things started rolling out, YouTube was a little harder to find on devices. But Crackle has been with Roku and the OTT cord cutter crowd for almost ever. It wasn't the first, but it was certainly one of the first 10. So what we're looking at here is just a really nice revamp of the Crackle app. I don't know if you remember the old interface. It was just a big white background with just kind of an old-fashioned look. It kind of looked like the old Netflix. Now you see in the background they're doing a what's new this week sort of thing. I'm going to just back out of that because I just don't feel like fighting YouTube on rights. I'm not trying to pretend to deliver content that isn't mine, so I'm just going to back out of that. Sorry for the inconvenience. But what we're wanting to show you is that while there is still kind of what you would consider kind of a traditional category search, comedy, fandom, blah, 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 like everybody does, Crackle has added some really great features. For instance, while it breaks things up into TV and movies, which is convenient enough, each category, like TV and movies, allows you to look much deeper. You got your genre search, a way to see whether you're going to watch full episodes or clips, and it breaks everything down. You can search alphabetically, which is kind of inefficient. Oh, there it is again. There you go again. All right, little Reagan reference for you, for the old folks in the audience. But when you go into the TV genre, you can look at different sections and find out exactly what they have to offer. Not a lot in documentary, but you can see exactly what they have to offer in each category, and that's a new thing. Now, once you're in a category, you have these two rows. There's not like a up and down. There's not a full grid. So you have two rows of content to look through. Might feel like it takes a little longer than it would if it were a full screen sort of thing, but it's at least easy enough to browse. Now, Crackle is never going to have an overwhelming amount of information to look through. So what you get is what you get. They rotate a lot. They rotate pretty much month by month. But the thing is that they at least let you know what is not, what is leaving, what's going to be there for a while. Let's see, let's get out of TV and hit up movies. Again, all genres, it's just going to go on and on and on and on and on. You go into the categories again, it's going to break down much differently. Something else Crackle has done that's nice is it has a nice parental controls now. It's all under My Crackle. When you go into My Crackle, you can activate a parental control. We've got it pretty basic. We'll show you. It's 0000. If you really want parental controls to work, you might want to make that a little more complicated. Click up to the menu, and now we're going to go into movies, and you'll see a big difference. See all the locks? That means You won't be able to watch it because we've put in parental controls. But parental controls are a pretty helpful thing for a lot of families that don't want their kids stumbling across things that they don't want them to see. So you can see that Crackle's overall deal has gotten a lot more interactive. Here's a commercial. We don't want to bore you with that. Sorry for all the flipping back and forth. I'm just trying to keep the main thing here. But overall, I think that this is a very nice update. I'm not sure when the update went in. I check Crackle every couple of weeks, and somehow I missed this one. But I think that the new look is just easier to use. I think the parental controls is a very nice new feature. I would highly recommend just going to their website and signing up for a simple account, because that way you can use it to keep up with what you're watching, put things in a queue. I always think that kind of experience is helpful. And check it out. Crackle has a lot of content. Like I said, things do go away, so, check early and often. But that's that. Crackle on Roku. Check it out. I'm Ryan Downey, the streaming advisor. Please subscribe and please share this video with your friends. And as always, stream on, my friends.